Hi everyone, it's April Hair 101 and we are going to do a cut and color on this cute girl Leah. She's one of our hair fans. She found us at a dance recital for her daughter and we were like, we love your hair, let's do a video. And she wanted to do a video, so we're doing a video. And the thing is with this is that her hair is all natural, like virgin hair, no color in it. It's beautiful, it's healthy. And it's a level 7, I'd say. And we are going to be turning her into like a, I guess a strawberry blonde orange ombre. And so it's really gonna be fun. It's gonna be something really new for her. I'm going to probably need to darken up her roots a little bit. Is that okay with you? Mm-hmm. So we're going to be deepening the roots a little bit and then doing like a brighter kind of orange through the mid root area, I guess. And then in the mid shaft, it's gonna be fading down to like a 9 orange red, like a strawberry, light strawberry blonde, and then the ends will actually have some blonde in them. So that's going to be like 4 colors that we're going to be doing. So lots of thinking going on up here, and hopefully it turns out gorgeous. But first we need to cut it because she doesn't have a ton of layers. Like the shortest piece is all the way down here, and we're going to be cutting some of the length off and then layering it so much that if I go ahead and do like the dark and then the medium and then this champagne and then all this blonde, we'd probably be cutting off all the blondes. So we may have to make sure that we cut it first so that we know how much blonde to leave on these tips on the layers. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do a dry cut because that's what we're gonna do just so that we can be faster. And I think dry cuts work really well with long hair anyway. You can really get some pretty texture in there. We are done with her haircut video, so if you want to watch that, you have to wait till the end of this video to click the link. But we are going to start her color now. And for formulating, she made it easier on me because she didn't have any color in her hair. So I didn't have to worry about like stripping out artificial color or anything, which is really nice. Thank you for having virgin hair. That's awesome. But for me, I'm going to just formulate this out for you guys a little bit so you can see what my thought process was by getting this. So the picture that she had picked and showed me had a little bit darker roots, probably like a level 5. And she's like a natural level 7 or 8. I would even say maybe an 8. But so we're going to deepen her roots a little bit, which is a little bit hard with blondes because when it starts to grow out, if it doesn't blend, then they start to have reverse roots, and that can be a little concerning. So I want to make sure I don't go too dark on her roots so that she doesn't feel like she's going bald when it starts to grow in again. Because when your hair is darker and then it grows in lighter, it sometimes looks like it's not there. So we don't want that to happen. So I want to still stay maybe only 1 to 2 shades lighter than it is, and then by the time it fades a level, it will still be where it's like not weird when it grows out. Does that sound okay?
That sounds great.
All right. So, but then here's the other good thing is if we do go a little bit darker and that's what she really, really wants, it's not that big of a deal because the next time she comes in, all that really needs to be done is retouch on the roots, which is really simple and inexpensive and fast. So that is, it's not a big deal. But okay, so I'm doing the 6 brown copper on her roots. And I'm going to do a teeny little squirt of this 4C because it is really vibrant and it will be a little bit darker. So it'll pull this 6 down a teeny bit, but not too much. I'm really not going to use more than like a teeny little squirt of this. And for that, will be the roots with a 10 volume. And then the mid shaft will be this 7RC, the Redken Fusion. And so that will be like right in here. And then from that, we will be doing a 9 orange red on the lower part down in here. And then on the ends, we're going to be using the framesi decolor cream to bleach it out just a little bit. And that will probably be, this one will be a 30 volume. And the decolor cream will probably also only be a 30 volume. And we're going to try to work quickly on this and just try to get it all done so that it can process together and be even. So that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna start by tea-parting the hair. Well, actually I'm gonna mix my colors first. Here we go, we're gonna tea-part this hair. So I put the color in order of lightest to darkest. So I know that this is the roots, then this is next, then this is mid-shaft, then this is the ends. And that's gonna help me remember where all of my color is. Darkest to lightest. And that's how it's going on her head. So make sure you think of that while you're mixing up. All right, so we're going to take, I put it in a tea parting, and I'm just gonna go through, here, tilt your head a little bit. I'm gonna go through and just paint the darkest one onto her hair. And I'm gonna try to keep it a little bit more shallow by her face. Maybe just do like a 1/2 inch there. And then I'm gonna fade it up here to more of like a 2-inch mark back here. So it's gonna be kind of like a triangle shape right in there. And I'm doing that because I want to be able to keep all of the colors around her face and not do just the dark around her face. We wanna keep it light around her face. So I'm gonna do that on all of the partings. On the top is what I'm gonna do that on. So the same thing on the other side. So the tea parting is just gonna help me to keep everything a little bit more organized. And then in the back, I'm going to do it all the thicker chunk. So I'm gonna go through on the tea and do the thicker chunk on all of it. So like a 2-inch line from the roots all the way 2 inches down to throughout all of the hair. So let's just get that step done. And in the very back, you can even go a little bit deeper if you wanted to. So I'm taking vertical sections through this top section, both the top sections actually, so that I can control how deep I go with this darker root color. And I'm keeping it thicker in the back, and then I'm going to slowly move over to where it's thinner. So now I'm going to go through and I'm going to put this foil on the top of her head so that I can have something to anchor this hair onto and not get it dark. And I'm going to go and start with this 7, what was this, a 7RC? Yes, this is a bright, bright red color. And so we're going to go through and just paint a little bit of this. And I'm going to make sure the brush is not very saturated. Kind of wipe it onto the sides. And then we're just going to kind of fade it down a little bit in here. And I'm going to work through this section and finish all of it because I don't want to go through all of the hair 4 more times. So I'm going to dust the brush on the RC, get it down, work it just a little bit into it. Then I'm going to move on to this 9 orange red and dust that down a little bit. And this has the 30 volume, keep that in mind. And then see, so how the layers go, I'm stopping to leave some blonde there. And then since it's longer over here, I'm bringing the 9 orange red just a little bit deeper in this section. So you're just kind of hand painting this on. And then with the decolor cream, I'm gonna need another foil down here too. Because we're putting so much color on her hair, I'm going to lay it on a foil just to help me keep it nice and clean. So now with the decolor cream, I'm going to go in and I'm going to paint that on. And don't be too worried if the decolor cream gets onto the 9OR because it's going to eat away that color and it'll turn it like a blonde color anyway. So it's not a big deal if you melt these into each other a little bit. It will eat that color molecule right up, don't you worry. Okay, so then there's that. And if you want to get it to, ooh, I want to get it a little bit more saturated on the bleach down here. We want it light on the ends, so make sure you get a good amount of color on there. And then I can even just kind of fold this up a little bit to keep it in place. So I'm working in pretty big sections now since the roots are all colored. It's just through the ends and I can make sure it's saturated, so it's fine. And I'm going to make sure I wipe my hands off really good. Okay, so now that we washed off my hands, I'm going to grab another big section. And this color comb, it has color on it now because I just slid it through. So I'm going to put the part that I slid through underneath the foil and the clean part on top. Just to make sure you keep it clean. Okay, next section here. So same thing, we're going to take the 7. We're just going to work down this line of color. Saturate that in. You can use your hand to kind of squish it in there, make sure you get it saturated because you don't want to have little spots in this. And then dust off the brush when you get down in here and just kind of melt it a little bit with a soft. And then we're going to use the 9OR, same thing. And then foil it with the decolor cream. Now with the 9OR, I'm going to make sure that I'm kind of staggering this. Spread the hair out a little bit so you can get it nice and saturated. And then the decolor cream for the ends. And with the decolor cream, you can even take a little bit up into where you've already colored, like I said, just to melt it in a little bit. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm just going down my line of colors, blending them in together, making sure I'm saturating it where it needs to be. And then making sure that the blonde is kind of faded up because the bleach, the decolor cream is really something that you got to be careful with. And it's kind of fun in the bottom to take a few chunks and pull them out to the side and do all of that in the orange red because we want to have some of it that kind of pops through the ends a little bit and back here. So I'm making it a little bit more random here. Some of them is going to come all the way down, some of them is going to stay up. So does that make sense? Some of them is gonna. I like it. We're gonna have just enough color, and I'm glad because it always makes me nervous when I'm mixing for long hair because I'm afraid I'm gonna run out, and especially today because I was like, great, there's no salon to like grab more color from because I only brought what I brought. But I made it, I think we made it. I think we have just enough. Okay, I'm gonna weave this a little bit to get some of the orange down. And this is just the 9OR. I'm going to go all the way down with these ones. Because I saw in the picture she had some down on the ends a little bit. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
And it helps it to not look all so like stripey. It helps it to blend if it has some that kind of reaches down. So I like to do that. And then I'm going to grab all the rest of this and make it the blonde. I have 2 more foils and then we're going to be done, and then I'm going to process it for 40 minutes because I want to make sure that all of this gets in there really good. Okay, then we'll rinse it out and see how it turned out. Hopefully it turned out gorgeous because I think it will, but we'll see. Now that the color's in and we're processing, I'm going to go through and check her cheeks and her head and make sure that we don't have any color on it because we don't want that to stain. And she did have some on there. And there's some more. Oh, Leah. Oh, and her ear is beautiful. Here we go.
I was hoping that I get a little bit
and you can see all this pretty, all this sunshine coming through. I love it. It's going to be so bright and fun for summer.
Oh, yeah.
And she is a beautiful, like, has beautiful skin for a redhead. Like, you just have the coloring. It's going to be so pretty on you.
I'm excited.
Oh, you guys, look how fun this is. We have this pretty melt already. You can kind of see the colors coming out.
Oh my word. That is so different.
I know, huh? Let's see what we have here. Let's dry it up, and then if we need to make any little adjustments here or there, we can. Yes, we are just curling it up with a curling wand, and I'm kind of combing through them afterwards because we want it to be a really loose, messy curl. I really love the color. I hope you do too.
I love
it's really pretty on you.
Very pretty. We'll use that reason.
Okay.
That's a good one.
All right, you guys, we are done with our strawberry melt, and this is the results. Go ahead and turn around. We'll show you guys the back, and it looks really natural on her. I am happy with it. When I was done curling it, I just put a little bit of the Big Sexy Control Maniac in my hands and rubbed it around and just kind of pulled it through the ends. So that's the only product she has in because I didn't bring any others, and that's the only stuff I could steal from Debbie. So, hi.
Yeah.
I stole foils, I stole Control Maniac, and I stole like 3 drops of 10 volume developer.
She owes me big
and shampoo
time.
and conditioner. So thank you, Debbie.
You did fix my hair though.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. We're even then.
A little bit.
Well then, okay, yeah. So then we're not even.
Yeah. No. Oh yeah. 'Cause it was your
Thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you guys liked this video and found it helpful. Make sure that you guys comment below and let me know what you think, and let me know what you guys want to see next time. So we'll see you later. Bye.